names will be acknowledged when you to be heard. Please state your name for the record again as we proceed. All right.
Would you like me to begin, sir? Yes.
Okay. If you wish.
Fine. It's Eric Previn, the county resident from District 3, and thank you for joining us, sir. I wanted to make a comment about one of the items today, item 5, which was approved swiftly. I think you were not yet here, but it's your request to delay the meeting of October 1st until October 8th. And I just thought, you know, given that we have a limited number of Board of Supervisors meetings, that does seem like a trend that we don't want to be going in the direction of. What it does is it piles up items on the day that the meeting does take place.
A trend would have to be made by virtue of a pattern. So let me ask you this question. How many instances can you point to over the past decade where there has been the cancellation of a board meeting?
Well,
proceed.
I'm not that up on it, but September 11th of last year, September 11th of last year, there was no board meeting, which caught everybody by surprise.
One.
Well, but this is the second year in a row that we're having well, but that is a small pattern, sir. I mean, obviously, if you only
there are over 45, there's nearly 50 board meetings each year. So you cite 2 out of 100 and say trend or pattern.
Let's restore that. Sir, I didn't exactly put all the cards down on the table and say, put it all in, let's go. All I did was note that this is a cancellation of a board meeting.
Selectively, yeah.
Come on, give me the time back.
It gives a false impression, Mr. Previn.
Mr. Supervisor.
I'll give it back to you.
Great chair.
Yes.
Okay, you'll give it back to me.
Yes. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving it back to you.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate, no, but that's not a restoration that would be appropriate in the county of Los Angeles. Put it back for a minute, sir. Seriously, if you think that we're going to, is Ms. Hamai going to chuckle into the phone, or is she going to put a little time back? That's not fair.
You're going to continue to speak.
Oh, it's very disappointing. Anyway, what I wanted to say with great sincerity and a very serious subject was Mayor Antonovich set aside the pet presentation today, and the problem is that I'm concerned that none of the other supervisors were willing to participate in that pet adoption. And I think that says, that is painful. That's painful for a number of reasons I want to explain. I want to explain that, funny not say? Well, that's coming from Supervisor Zev Yaroslavsky. Right. You've been on the record before, sir. Thank you. Right. Well, we can talk about the matters at hand, like the... What do you mean, Mr. Yaroslavsky? I have a dog that I love, and I know you probably have 1 or 2 that you love too. What's the problem? This is Los Angeles. Well, I am a absolutely law-abiding, dog-loving citizen. I don't know where you're coming from, sir, but it's an interesting area. This has really gone very well. You must have missed me, but I don't quite understand. It's true that he did cancel the pet thing, and there was no pet adoption today for a variety of reasons. I think it's because none of the other supervisors wanted to auction off a pet. It's too bad. I think it's not fair. He's carried the fair load over the years on that, and one of you could have stepped up. You weren't even here,
I think there's a trend.
And you, sir, go, okay.
Do we call a trend there? Go ahead.
You're welcome to call it whatever you like, sir. We can talk about the Inspector General for Jails, which was on the agenda last week. I guess we're still looking. It's only been a year since the meeting of the CCJV resulted in that great provide by this team. We do have another federal investigation that was added to the pile last week, which was puzzling because we already have an FBI investigation. We have various other investigations going on, and yet I still can't get some very straight answers, and I guess that's because I'm sick, as Supervisor Yaroslavsky referred to it. But I do think that the accountability piece down here at the Board of Supervisors, and sir, you did miss this morning, item 43 and 44 was our electronic monitoring program. Some would argue that that is a very core item here at the board because we are facing this unbelievable problem in our jails up and down the state of California. And though we hear a lot of thumping, both from various teams here at the Board of Supervisors, the due diligence and serious work on these issues falls short. I think that would be the point of the new federal investigation. And I think if you look at CS6 today, it's yet another excessive force in jails issue that's meeting behind closed doors, and we have no idea what.
Thank you very much. Please take note of